that's not what I just paid thousands of dollars for. So I've had Jasper for, I don't know, maybe 6 years now, and I got him in 2019. And so
COVID dog.
Yeah, he became a COVID dog, just, you know, in the backyard, or, you know, very limited walks and very limited socialization. And then I moved downtown where I had an apartment that I had to walk him around the city. And he became very reactive. Turning corners started to become scary because I didn't know if anybody was going to turn the corner with their dog.
Sure, and there's dogs everywhere in Richmond.
Yeah, and he would lunge, bark, snarl, to the point where I got like a basket muzzle, thinking like at least he won't be able to bite anybody. And it became more and more intense for me to walk him. I became very anxious, and luckily, you know, I had a partner that had a backyard, so he went to go live with my partner, and then he just became a house dog that had a backyard to go to, and I didn't walk him for the next 2.5 years.
Yeah, I remember you saying that's crazy.
And I didn't even realize like how bad and sad that is for him. Like,
I know you even considered getting a different dog because you're like, this one's ruined.
Yep.
Let's start over.
I'm like, he'll just become a house dog, and I want a dog that I can take everywhere with me, and because that's important to me, and I just couldn't take him anywhere.
You're just trash.
But he's a good dog other than the reactivity and like not being able to take him with me. So it's really like hurt our bond.
Sure.
With my anxiety and his reactiveness. So, so I took him, sent him away for a month to a different trainer.
I forgot. You did a board and train.
I did a board and train for about a month. I can't think of the name right now. I'll tell you when I can remember it. And I liked the main trainer when I met him, but then he ended up having to leave halfway through, and he allowed, like, it was his assistant that was going to take over. I explained to them what I was looking for, and he had basic commands already down. But yeah, there wasn't that follow-up after I picked him up. There was never like a one-on-one. There was never that like training.
That's so crazy.
And that's what I needed, because my anxiety was, I don't know how to handle this dog. And it was, okay, well, here's
and they were probably like, we got him to do fine, so like he's good.
When I went to go pick him up, the lady was like, oh, I was able to get him to walk on hard surfaces. And I was like,
you're like, what?
Cool, is that what you spent your time doing?
Couldn't he do that before?
He backs up when he's on it, but it's like
a laminate floor or wood floor.
But to me, I'm like, that's not what I just paid thousands of dollars for. And then I was like, okay, well, they were activity. And then she brought out like this little puppy that was like a Bernese puppy. And I just walked around the room, and it was just like,
she was like, see, fix.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
No follow-up.
Bro, you're like, I live in Richmond, not this room.
So I thought after a month, I was like, cool, he's fixed. So we went to CONSULTATION and like went to go get some food and sat outside. And then like a dog came walking down the block. It was chaos. He was lunging, everything. And, you know, again, I didn't have the tools of like what I was supposed to do. So I was just like yelling. My anxiety shot up, and I never took him out after that. And that was 2022.
Like, looking back now, what you know now, I'm sure that situation you would have, like, handled way different. And, because, like, now you're, like, it's so habitual. You're, like, and were people just, like, watching you, like, ew, what a bad dog owner?
Probably. I mean, honestly, like, I could see nothing but tunnel vision and panic in that moment. So, yeah, so I never took him out again after that. And I was just kind of like, okay, this is just where we're at.
This is my life.
Yeah. So,
did you reach out to them again? Like, hey, this dog just flipped out?
No, I didn't, because I
probably didn't want their support afterwards.
At that point, I was just kind of like, they've already done, you know, I've already paid them, and like they did what they could do. And honestly, like I was kind of frustrated with the situation, and they were like 45 to an hour away. So I was like, you know, and then we looked into one place that's closer that I would go in, you know, and they did an evaluation, and it was all e-collar training, like shot collar training. And to me, that was what the last place was. And I mean, as you know, I fumbled around for the longest time with this, but this is so much like easier to deal with than always doing something shock 'em or buzz 'em. And I can't multitask. That was a lot for me.
And you need a lot of like babies. Like we did a lot of like foundational, press the button, now walk backwards, like press the button. Like we did that a ton, and e-collar needs even way more of that.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as he's bad, push the button.
Yeah. And to me, that was overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I was just like.
And you probably already had a bad taste from like the other place, just like.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. And I'm like, we're already in our routine, but it just kept coming back to, I want to be able to go on a walk with my dog. And he needs that, and I want to restore that bond. So yeah, That's kind of where we came from and where we
Who
started.
was that company? Oh yeah, is big on sit, hold the e-collar button until they do it, correct the shit out of them. Like,
Yeah.
that honestly, for their trainers, because dog training is very unregulated, they give somebody a book to read, and then they make them watch videos for 2 weeks, and then boom, they're like, go teach the public how to do this.
Right.
It's very, very fucked up.
And that, like, it was indoor only in their arena, where, like, this is nice that he's getting to go around the streets that we would be walking.
Yeah.
And so he gets that real life experience instead of just being in this indoor enclosure that's just like being in a house.
They weren't going to take you out in public?
That
because
part,
they're right over by...
Maybe. Yeah.
That's the only one I know around here.
Okay. Becca went to go do the consultation, so I didn't even go.
Oh, shit. Why? Because you didn't want to go?
I guess I was nervous or something, so I was just like, can you handle him?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I was at that point. Anytime we went out, I was like, can you handle him? Because I just didn't want to do it.
Sure.
Good boy.
That's crazy. And then, okay, so then you found us?
Yes.
Right after that?
Right after.
I met you at Finn's appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found you by accident.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, going to one of our clients who had a dog that walking into the door would just lose his shit and have to be upstairs. Yeah, so then the client,
And dude, Finn is like perfect now. They got a second dog.
I know. We're supposed to go see him.
Cricket. He's so fucking cute. Get a bike and start biking him. Because that is like, you go 5 blocks and he's gassed and you're like fine.
I kind of want to get one of those little one-wheeled things.
Oh my god, do it. Please. I will teach you how to ride it. I have a couple of girlfriends that are coming here February 1st and 2nd for a show, and they're from Virginia Beach or Norfolk. But it's like, there's not a lot of us, so we just like, so if you want to learn it, like, I mean, I can teach you how to ride mine in the meantime.
I'm like, I seriously thinking about it, because you can like make payments on those things, and like they're good like terrain wise.
Oh dude, they're fucking great. And I just one wheel the dogs all the time.
That's what I was thinking. Go on the Capitol Trail and just like run
downtown too. Like, and honestly, it's really good for reactive dogs because you have the retractable leash.
Yeah.
So then if they do something crazy, you have room to not get yanked off.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's fucking optimal. I fucking love it.